Welcome, comrades. I am SurvivalVis, and we return to Hunter Call of Wild. We are here in Medved Taiga of beautiful Russia. And expect a lot of horrible and mistaken pronunciation on the Russian names that are going to be for, like, landmarks and areas. Like, right now, oh god, Zaboloshenye lands? Probably screwed that up royally. But expect a lot of poor things like that to be coming in and forward. We did a little bit of this in the very first season of The Hunter called Wild. And I figure maybe we'll go on to season 3 of sorts. Maybe try to aim like every 12 to, I guess, 18 episodes or so. A different season, so we kind of change it up a bit. Try to showcase a few different reserves every time. And because requests came in to keep the series going, all you guys gotta do is leave requests or comments and they will be answered. So what do we got to kind of outfit ourselves with here? We have musk deer, Siberian lynxes, brown bears, reindeer. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, wild boars. That's one of the missions. Yeah, God, it would be so nice if there's a little tab saying wildlife, or, like, includes all the animals. Okay, axis is definitely not for here. Brown bear. I'm pretty sure they are for Medved Taiga. Caribou. Wait, caribou is reindeer also? Yeah, reindeer is. Siberian musk deer. Yeah, they actually only have a scent lure, so they might be a little tricky to kind of bring in. Wild boar. I'm not entirely sure the entire roster here, so I'm probably going to be missing some stuff. Iberian wolf. Okay, no, definitely not those. Although maybe that might be a map we'll look at possibly getting in the future. But yeah, we'll basically, I guess, just kind of outfit ourselves a little bit. So what do we have with us? We've got the Range Master for super strong stuff. Although I don't think we actually need the Range Master if the bears are only like 7. Like, what is the... Oh no, 7 to 9, so we can still keep that. Honestly, we might just keep what we've got. I think it's the lures I have to look at possibly changing. Yeah, the bleat call and the grunt call won't really work here. I don't think the moose is going to actually apply either. So let's go down and see what we can take off. Don't need the antler, don't need the bleat, don't need the grunt. Don't need the moose. What we could use... Oh, reindeer, so we'll take the rattler. I don't think we're going to have elk. I don't think we're going to have red deer, not roe. We will have wild boar. Might actually have to look. Maybe I gotta buy... Maybe we'll try actually using a scent lure, because there's supposed to be musk deer. Here we go. We'll just buy the one for now. I don't think we'll do the wild boar. We have the collar, so I usually like using the collar more than that. And bring that over. Okay, I think that basically outfits us. We just have to kind of set things up. The rattler, the wild boar collar. And I guess we'll do descent. Let me see. Distressed fawn and the jackrabbit. Yeah, we'll probably use both, but we'll switch. I know I have a stupid system. I'm figuring it out. Okay, we'll do that right now. And we have, let's see, we'll keep that there. 4 to 7 should be good. 7 to 9 is what we'll probably change out to get 2 to 7. Really? So you have an overlap here of those. Okay, that's interesting. We'll do that. So we're going to put our destination down for this outpost right here. And we're going to basically just follow the, I guess, trail. This is the one we need, right? Yeah, this is the one facing south. So we're just going to go on a little bit of a hike, see what might call and what replies we get, and just basically do a little bit of free hunting. If you guys have any animals in particular you'd like me to try tackling or going after, be sure to just leave them in the comments. One of the big things about the channel right now is you guys really shape kind of the direction things will go. I'm just going to try to scoot forward a little bit in my chair. The nice comfy chair, I gotta admit, I really enjoy since I've gotten it. But yeah, I'm always eager to hear feedback, and even if the videos don't seem to be doing that good, as long as I know there is one person who does want to see things continue and actually says and lets me know, then I will happily continue. Ooh, speaking of, we actually have a pretty interesting first chance here. So we might be able to get a Siberian Lynx here. They, I believe, are weapon class 4. Gotta scroll all the way down, 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 down. There you. Right. Oh, Eurasian Lynx. Here we go. My bad. Yeah, it is a class 3. Oh, really? It's a class 3. Okay, do I have a 1 to 2, 2 to 7, 4 to 7? Oh, shoot, I don't actually have a small game for the longbow. So I guess we'll be using the crossbow for this. And I better just double check and make sure that we are using the correct... Yeah, okay. Again, that's one of the things where it's a little difficult to keep track of exactly what equipment you're sometimes using. And because you might go through a few different weapons, you can kind of lose track of what ammo equipped in what things. Okay, so we got a warning call from it over... Must be in the grass over there. So it's probably on edge, and because that's like reeds and that, it's going to be pretty difficult trying to... I know there are tracks nearby. Oh. Okay, so we do see it at least. The problem is... It is very far away and is continuing right with the wind. Why is it always the wind? I swear, the game is like programmed to... The wind is going to face the first or closest animal there is, and it's going to continually point in that direction. Okay, well, he's already fleeing off, so I'm not going to, like, pursue super quickly. I'm trying to see what the best way would be to possibly luring it in. I basically gotta go in an arc around to the last location I saw him. So I gotta figure this out a little bit. This is where you gotta put a little bit of thinking work into a game like this. I mean, if I had a rifle, it would be so much easier, and it's just point and shooting. Kind of the reason why I don't really use the rifle a lot, or, like, firearms super heavily in the Hunter. Just makes things a little too easy, in my opinion. Oh, okay, there you are. Okay, so you're nervous now. Well, that's kind of okay. Maybe... Yeah, I can just spot him out there. Ah, what is with the wind? He's not... Yeah, he is still kind of directly south of me. Basically got to try to get it so that way the wind is a little bit... Oh, there you go. No, 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 no. That's it, that's it. Go that way. No, what? What's with your little dance? Okay, the good news is, though, I think we're at least out of the majority of, like, the cone for how the wind's blowing. So if we can continue along this way... Oh, we got something else here. I think this is a musk deer trail, because it looks like it's fairly small tracks. Oh no, that's actually from our lynx still. Okay, so the red ones, or the pinkish ones, I guess, are the tracks that we're currently following. And where was he left? Oh, there. Okay, I'm fleeing. But the good news is that he is fleeing in the direction that is not with the wind. So we can even just kind of work our way towards him and even try bringing him in. Now, if we can kind of, like, sit ourselves on the edge of all these, like, reeds and that, which are poking through the ice, we should have... Oh, hello. Even got a reindeer up ahead, too. Medved Taiga seems to be pretty live right now. I do have to admit, I really love snowy forest maps, or snowy forest levels, areas, things in games. Medved Taiga and the Yukon Valley have been great examples of that. Like, if there's a biome I wish I could kind of, like, squeeze into my favorite game series, which is, of course, Monster Hunter. I'm a bit of a Monster Hunter nut. I would love to get more of, like, a live tundra, less of these barren, like, mountain peaks and... Okay, so you're kind of nervous, but... we should be able to try bringing you in now. So you're traveling, but you're still nervous. So I don't know what he's going to do. It looks like he is just kind of... well, we're going to start sneaking over that way, because even if we don't get him, there is that reindeer that's just kind of right there, and I don't know if it's alone. Kind of looks like it, so that would make a fairly easy target. And the reindeer, double check our wildlife, because you never know, I believe is like a 5 or a 6. It's a 6, so we do have the proper ammo for that in our longbow, which is probably what I'll try using to take it on. The only issue with the longbow is... ooh! That's interesting. Maybe I'll even try getting him more than the lynx, because the lynx has not turned around, but... but if he's on the move, maybe we can lure that in, and I can try actually taking a... oh, Lord, he is very fast. Because, yeah, he's already out of the ice, or out of the reeds there. Or, are you even a different one? I thought the other one we had seen had a little bit of a different coloring to it. Maybe it was just because we were facing it more head-on. Okay, let's keep trying to call it in. All the times to get a little itch on my forearm. Of course, it's when you're in a situation like this. Yeah, it's just running on in. That's one thing about when the animals are very easy. They are literally very easy. I gotta remember trying to figure out, like, the aiming for this, because... oh, that's it. Actually, still seems like it might be a little far off. Okay, I'm going to get you this. Oh, no, maybe not. Okay, that was definitely low. That's the biggest problem I have with the bow and arrows in the game, is that it's really hard to sometimes tell exactly what your distances are, and, like, sometimes it feels like you even have to aim the bow up, rather than just a nice straight line. I wish there was a way to see exactly what the traveling arc was. But yeah, that definitely shot way too low for what I was aiming for. I think that basically, like, went through the front leg. Yeah, very low bleed rate, so we'll keep... we're not going to exactly rush after it, but we're just going to go kind of on a slow walk and just try to see if we can catch up and maybe bring it in. I always hate when I do that to the poor animals. Like, even if it's just a game or that, I still feel bad about that, because that's not what you try to do as a hunter. What your focus is trying to do is getting them put down as quickly and painlessly as possible. That is just very poor huntsmanship on my end. Is that a word, huntsmanship? I mean, I know they're sportsmanship, but... hard to say. We'll see just about trying to follow up with it. It is actually kind of... Well, it was still fleeing a bit last we saw it, but the tracks seem to say it's not quite fleeing as much. It's into more of a trot, so... If we can give it a little bit of time, we may be able to have him kind of come back. Just do that for now. The wind, thankfully, won't be a problem for it picking us up on its way back in. And we are actually almost on a straight line towards where that other outpost is. Whether we'll actually make it to that 1 kilometer away or not, it's iffy. I'm a man easily distracted, as you guys have probably seen through any of the videos I do. But we can try setting that goal and getting there. Yeah, still a very low bleed rate. Has he calmed down a little bit to a walk? No, a run now. So I guess maybe it was coming back and hurt us? I don't know for sure. Don't really see anything around here of kind of like movement. Yeah, 50 to 75. He's definitely going to need another shot to be able to be fully put down. Oh, good lord, what the? Oh, okay, apparently there are actually moose in the game, and, we may want to get ourselves the strong arrows on the on the longbow. That sounded very damn close to us. It was also a male, so it might actually be a pretty good specimen, too. Yeah, it's making a lot of noise, so it must be just inside the brush here. I was kind of surprised that there would be moose here. I wasn't an animal I was entirely expecting. I thought that was more like North America only, but definitely does not seem to be the case. I don't have a way of like calling it to us either. So wherever it is in here, and it is in the thick of it. Oh. Oh, Lord, look at the rack on that. That looked a lot wider. Oh. 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 Okay, I don't think it was actually right in the wind. But I don't have the call for it. Although I do have the rifle. You know what? No, let's not shift priorities too much. We've got injured reindeer I gotta find and track down. Let's focus on that first. Okay, let's see. Is this the last reindeer track we were on? Yeah, okay, so I was running through here. Once I can get another visual on it, it should be easier to kind of figure out our best approach to getting this final shot in to put him down, but... yeah, still in a run. Oh, I actually can see something just a little... oh, female moose. So definitely have to pick up a moose collar, because there are a lot of them about. Still a pretty low bleed rate. It might be that he... oh, no, he did go down to his wounds. Oh, hello. Jeez. Like, I had no idea all of these were around here. Oh, look, they're... Yeah, like, man, that was a whole herd that I had no idea was here. Oh, I'm really sorry about the shot I took on you. Yeah, look at... Like, how... I thought I was aiming pretty good, but I was so low, it's... Oh. I definitely gotta work on improving my aiming with the bow. Yeah, so... Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to call the moose in, so they're all going to be off and on their own. Well, actually, I do have the rifle now, don't I? Yes, I do. So, depending on what how they may act going forward, I may be able to try to get a shot on the big guy out there. Like, he's quite a ways off. But if he does just stay out there and I can get a... Is that something there or is that just rocks? Okay, just rocks. Yeah, the way some things kind of align and how you're looking for certain shapes and patterns, the game is very good at kind of getting you on things like that. I say the game, it's more probably just the way my brain's working, however. Yeah, it's... Uh-oh, where were you? Okay, there you two are. You're the one we're looking for. Like, yeah, I want to be a bit closer before I try taking a shot, just because I'm not going to go for the heart. If we were quite a bit closer, and I probably would, but I think just a lung shot should be enough for a big guy like that. He's just going to be trying to keep track of where he is as the snow's coming down more. I think we should be good maybe about the 200 meter mark. If we can get into that, we'll take that shot off on him. Well, we've got, let's see. Yeah, you two, I guess, are sort of my landmark moose, and that's the trophy moose. So year 216. So we are getting some nice progress to him. Oh, there's another one out there. So actually, even after we take the first one, we may have to be careful of anything charging us. I think the distances are still enough that they wouldn't, but you never know. Moose are some very dangerous animals. Do not mess with a moose. They will stomp you into nothing. Okay. Now, it should have been at least one lung there. And we'll work our way to where he last was. Oh, Lord. There were like 5 or 6 cows with them. Alright. We don't want to run. We're just going to get up and we're just going to walk. I will take the bow out just in case. This is our... Yeah, 8 to 9. So this is good for them. And we'll get up and see how he's looking. I'm fairly sure he's probably gone down soon after that one landed. Even with the distance, that 338 is still the most powerful rifle, I think, in the game right now. Well, I mean, they might be. There are a few, like, musket loaders and muzzle loaders. Oh, no, wait. I just said that, didn't I? Muzzle loader and musket, that's what I was trying to say. There are kind of these more, like, old-fashioned black powder stuff that may be a bit more powerful, but definitely not as accurate at long ranges. Lord knows nowhere near as accurate at long ranges. But we'll get in here, see what we're dealing with, and try to track him down. Okay, well, so there's some droppings, so he was still probably a little bit more around this way last we saw him. Was he really that far back? Oh, no, there we go. That's the spot we're looking for. Actually, I should see. How far off is it on the map? Actually, not as far off. It's kind of hard to know the map for sizing. Just because there's not really any references you can use, but... yeah, there we go. So, which way did you go running? Because I'm not seeing any of your... oh, never mind. Back this way. Nope. I think that was just a female, but it sounded like it could have been another bull. I don't see anything through the binoculars. Probably just leave that be and focus on this one. Yeah, I probably didn't get very far. He's most likely just over a little ridge or a little hill, and that'll be where he is. Oh, definitely. Again, medium bleed rate in this game almost seems like a very high. I don't know. I guess a very high bleed rate is only given to, like, animals that have had a heart shot. Though, truth be told, I don't see more tracks. Oh. Well, at least I don't see any more tracks of our bull. I guess we'll just keep going the direction that the... oh, shoot. That might have been a little wobble in the audio. My apologies. I do got to figure out the best sort of recording distance. Like, I think the audio's... I think improved a little bit using the new method I have. It's just I got to try to figure out... oh, here we go. Yeah, for some reason... weird that it's not showing up as well as I thought it would. Okay, but here we go. Yeah, should just be a little further and we'll probably find him downed. Oh, yeah, up there. So I'm pretty sure it was just a single lung. I think the double would have had him drop a lot sooner. But once we actually collect him, we'll be able to see much more detailed information about him. Yeah, just the one lung kind of went through the... not the shoulder bone. I'm not actually sure what that is. Oh, the left humerus. Thank you, over there. Just common fur type. Oh, a lot of 5s for his weight, though. So, not too bad. Nice gold moose. Pretty good way to start on our first episode of the Season 3 for the game. Or, yeah, I guess that's probably the best way to do it, or Season 3 of the series. I don't think we're going to get to the Legionoi Bay Southern Outpost. Legionoi? I think that's how it would be. God, I apologize to anybody who might be, like, Russian and watching this. I must be butchering and castrating the language. I deeply apologize. Let's see. I will say, though, that if this is, like, the country and wilderness that you guys do have over in Russia, it is gorgeous and beautiful. Like, these really dense, snowy woods are, again, a favorite of mine. Just because, like, up around the area where I live, I could see this being, like... I know what my wilderness or outdoors are like around my area. So it kind of has a nice little bit of personal connection kind of feeling to it there. Maybe what we're going to do is we'll go to this little kind of lake or... yeah, it's a little lake or something here. Oh, actually, we got a reindeer mating call, so maybe we'll be able to try redeeming ourselves with the last animal of this episode. And thankfully, the wind is not going to be a pain in my ass this time. Although it's blowing much more to the west now. That's something I don't think you can really track unless you stop like every 15 minutes and take a look, because it must be like a pretty slow and gradual constant shifting that you don't really notice it that much. We'll see about trying to bring these reindeer in, get one with a proper shot using the bow. Speaking of, let's use the proper arrows for it. I gotta remember to aim very, very high, though. That seems to be the issue I've been having with trying to bow hunt. Is all my shots do not want to get up to the heights they need. I don't know if they might be... Oh! Okay, they are actually very close. I thought maybe it would have replied again, but... Is there... He's not actually that close, is he? Let's see. Okay, no, I don't really have any good cover here. So I'm just going to go slow. Yeah, my cover usually applies more just like pine trees or that. Stumps I don't think will give me any bonuses for... Yeah, there he is right there. Ooh, that might have actually been a pretty good one. And it does seem like he was the only one coming. So we'll just stay crouched, slowly approach the spot where he got shot, and see what we're looking like. That one, though, it looked like it was nice and high, which I need. The difference, or the issue is how far along, or like how back or deep did it penetrate? Okay, there are the tracks. Unfortunately, that is not a good sign. That means that we most likely did not get a very deep shot with that arrow. No, not very deep at all. No organs hit. Shoot. It almost seems like I should... It seems like almost I should give up trying to archery hunt, but I just wish there was a little bit more way of, like, reliably building yourself up and understanding your capabilities. I think there's actually a archery range on Hirschfelden that maybe we'll go to so I can get a crash course with it a little more. Because things like the compound bow... Well, I should say compound bows because there are a number of them, and the crossbow, all their sighting in that is pretty good and easy. It's using more like the traditional means of instinctual aiming or instinctual shooting that are pretty hard to do in the game. So I'll head over here and see if this is one that's leading up towards where we shot him, or this... Oh, actually, this might be coming away, because I think that's blood. Yeah, that is a little bit of blood. Okay, so we are right on his trail. Another very low bleed rate. It might be even a little too early to try calling right now. Well, you can definitely tell the direction of the wind now, and it is shifting back to blowing to the south. We just have to hope that our injured reindeer is not going that way. Looks like he's still trying to go southeast, so I think we should be okay with that. Yeah, here's more tracks from him. Kind of moved into a trot, so we'll keep going and see. And another thing is, I always try... Like, it's always hard to figure out the sort of, like, distances to gauge how sensitive the animals are. Like, one of the things about carnivores is I've often found is the dinosaurs you hunt. Sometimes you can barely get them into render distance, and they can pick you up even if you're, like, crouched and not moving. Now, Granted, the wind can sometimes be the cause of that. Other times, it's kind of hard to argue that's what happens. And that's why whenever I'm, like, trying to go after an animal I've injured, I'm super cautious and slow and careful, because you never know. Like, sometimes the animal's even coming back on the same track, or on the same trail that it just ran off on. So, like, areas with this, with heavy brush, you kind of gotta be more careful going through. Just gonna go slow. Yeah, completely hidden from sight in here, but the problem is I can't even see through anywhere. Okay, so this is a run. I'm kind of surprised that it's at a run now, but, like, earlier spots might not have been. But we'll just go slow, try to catch up. I don't want to try rushing through here, because that's going to make a lot of noise in heavy, thick bush like this. Yeah, looks like he's calmed down, because it looks like the tracks are a lot closer together. Oh, maybe not. Still says it's a run. Okay, at least the droppings right here should help give us a little bit of a better clue. Yeah, it says fresh. Oh, okay, he's already down, so we'll just go collect him. So where did this arrow hit on you? Because I thought it looked like it was just behind the shoulder from the almost like dust that came off. It's kind of weird when it hits the animal, because there's like a little spray of dust or smoke in the air almost when it lands. Okay, so you were through the front right leg. You're not as high as I thought you were, so I, again, need to aim really high. But I do have something around here that if I could get a good shot, or at least a good line of sight to, we can take with the rifle quick. That's my only issue with the Hunter Call Wild, is if I'm doing like a series like this, it's hard to sometimes watch the time for it not to take too long. So I try not to go over 45 minutes, because otherwise I'm going to be uploading for probably about 10 to 12 hours. I really got to look at trying to get that better internet service. So it kind of huffed and made its snort from in here somewhere. I almost want to make a little bit of noise just to kind of make it give another warning call. Oh, actually, it might just actually be a female, so maybe I won't worry too much about that. Instead, we're just going to go for a sprint towards this next outpost, because it might take a minute or two, but at least once we get there, we're into completely new territory once again. And we can see about getting ourselves the moose collar, so we can actually get a lot more opportunities opened up next episode. Or actually, maybe 2 episodes. I'll leave it up to you guys. Would you rather see me struggle out here in the field in Medved Taiga more, or head to Hirschfelden to try working on our archery skills a little bit better? You guys decide and let me know in the comments what you'd prefer to see. I have no problem, again, if either side I'm good with. That's one of the nice things about the Call of the Wild with... I do admit I dislike that so much is DLC in it. But at least the DLC does feel like it changes up a lot. Like the biomes or the maps are so much different, and there's a lot of like climate and just environment is so different between them. It's not like this is desert map A, this is desert map B, or this is Forest A and Forest B and Forest C. There's at least something kind of unique to each map that brings in that hasn't really been in any other maps. Like, Medved Taiga is really the only winter snow map like this to be in the game right now. Yukon Valley kind of does, but because of how they managed that, again, I will still give it to them, that amazing change in, like, seasons almost, between a vibrant, lush, almost summer look and then a winter look. I'd say it's more like sort of a half mark in there. Well, we are just right here. Didn't take us too long, just a couple of minutes, so we can take the waypoint off, and we should see... I think we saw the building just on our... Yeah, there's the building over there. No, actually, right there. So we'll be there in just a moment. We claim the outpost, and we have our first episode of Season 3 started for the Hunter Call of the Wild. Again, I'm going to break it up into different season... like hunting seasons, I guess might be a good way to put it. Try to get... I figure 12 to 18 episodes, just kind of keep a nice, healthy little variety to there. If more requests come in, we can always see about extending or changing things up more. There we go. We've got this claim. We got our storage container right beside us. So we will end this episode of the Hunter Call of the Wild right here. Thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode. Again, if you have any requests or anything you'd like to see in the series or this season, leave them in the comments right down below. I always try to respond to feedback, questions, anything that comes up as soon as I can. But until I catch you all next episode, survivors, please remember as always to take care and stay alive.